Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokémon White version. Last time, against all the warnings of those living in Lacunosa town, we ran outside of town in the middle of the night. It began snowing as we ended up in the middle of the giant chasm, and we ended up God knows where. This time, we found the path forward. Welcome to the innermost part of Giant Chasm. I'm going to toss a repel up into the air and spritz down upon everything around me. And we find before us something that makes me really want to save. The forgotten Dow Dragon of Absence, Kyurem. Ever since splitting into Reshiram and Zekrom, this empty shell can be seen as a counter to the other two dragons. Its unique Ice Dragon type gives it two very good offenses to gain damage bonuses from. Plus, it even allows it to be a dragon that can wholly benefit from hail and dish out dangerous blizzards. Its mixed attacking prowess is very solid and is a middle ground between the two dragons its body spawned. Even further setting it apart is that even though Ice brings down the defensive capabilities a little bit, its stats are easily viable to wall, and the Dragon type allows it to switch in on a lot more than other Ice types can claim. I wouldn't say that there's anything particularly bad about it. Heck, it's even faster than it looks. I mean, just look at how it's trying to move around right there. When I think built for speed, about the last thing that I would ever think of is bending over so far that my head's dragging on the ground. He's also surprisingly chubby. I don't know if you've ever seen a Kyurem from above, but he is actually pretty chubby, so I've learned. I've chosen to start with Ottawa because, as always, I want a first turn quick ball. You're yellow, you're blue, you look sporty in the thing, let's see if what we can do. No, not even remotely close to good. I wanted to do that so I could start with the quick ball, because I'm not sure if Haywire can take a hit. Heck, I'm not even sure if Ottawa can take a hit from this thing. It's level 75. I think you understand very well. You're probably even faster than me considering you're almost 20 whole levels, so we're just going to go for the chip damage, even though Mega Horn would be the smarter play. Maybe I should have actually taught Ice Beam before going in here. That probably would have given me a little bit of a better thing to do, but oh well. Ottawa was only going to be out for one turn. It's not like it was imperative to my strategy. Heck, I don't even know if I really have a strategy for this fight. I'm worried. Level 75 is by far the strongest thing that we've seen, and even with it being on only one Pokemon, you can kind of only do so much to keep stalling that thing out for more and more turns. Paralyze you. That's definitely something that you can do to stall it out for more and more turns. Oh gosh, Haywire. I'm already faster. Flame Charge doesn't do a lot. Let's see the power, actually. I have higher special attack than attack. That's 50 power getting cut. Yeah. I think Thunderbolt would actually be wiser. If only just a barely. It'll probably hit for about the same damage that... Oh. Can I just say... Ow! That's all I'm hitting for? That's kind of dangerous. Kyurem shares its battle theme with Reshiram and Zekrom, and actually, kind of not quite. They all have unique versions of their battle themes where Reshiram, you can hear some fire crackling at certain parts of the song. Zekrom, you can hear some sparks. And with Kyurem, it's just absent. It's very creepy. It's very, just kind of unsettling. Okay, I don't know if I'd really go that far, but I did want to point out that it was different. Oh! You barely have less health than me. That's a little embarrassing after how much I've hit you around. I don't have a whole lot else to say about Kyurem at the present time as a Pokemon, but I will say that when it comes to Pokemon portrayals in Extended Universe and stuff like that, Kyurem's portrayal in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, oh my god, that is one of my favorite portrayals. Gates to Infinity might not be a particularly good game other than that, but Kyurem is definitely a very interesting character, I'll just say that much for those of you that have not played it, and it's one of my favorite portrayals of any Pokemon in Extended Universe. It's immediately the character that I think of when I see Kyurem, so I think that says that it does its job very, very well. Hilbert, you can no longer poison him because he already has a status ailment that has the little tick next to his name, so we're gonna send you out and we're just gonna stockpile a little bit. I think you're our best bet for stalling him. Good, he's paralyzed once again. Been having very good luck with the paralysis, considering it's only quarter chance of making him not able to attack. Endeavor. How long are you gonna use that attack? Forever and ever. I've used that joke before. Okay, I'll try to think of some new things. It's been a few years since the last time, okay? And besides, some of you might not have even known that, so I drew attention to it myself. There I go, openly criticizing aspects of myself once again. This place counts as dark. The smart play would be a dusk ball, so we're gonna try that one time, and then we're gonna move on to the stupid stuff so I can say that I tried the smart thing, but they didn't work for me. 1. I like this. We've had a kind of lamely, if lamely is even a word, kind of a lamely easy time against the legendary Pokemon that we've battled so far, where they were over in 1 or 2 turns, or they had a very high catch rate for story purposes, or something of that nature. But please! Why? As soon as I compliment you for being the first legendary Pokemon to give us any modicum of challenge, you go and do that! Kyurem, you done goofed. And not just because you spat out your internal organs because 2 stupid kids couldn't agree on what your power should be used for. That's a pretty stupid move. It can produce ultra cold air. Its body is frozen. Don't strain yourself right in that Pokedex entry that sounds like the opening line of a children's book. Also, it's 9 feet 10 inches tall, which means it's really, really bent over if that's the pose that it's in, and that's measuring head to tail. I was hopeful we'd have a really nutty legendary boss fight, but it just seems like the world doesn't want to give me challenge. It seems like it wants to hand everything on me on a silver platter. It's really weird. I'm getting annoyed at how lucky I've been, where this has just been the luckiest playthrough I think I've ever had of a Pokemon game. Everything goes my way, with very few exceptions. We've seen some exceedingly rare stuff happen, and yeah. Well, I do want to point out that this way is blocked for getting into the cave where Kyurem is. Enjoy it while it lasts, because you could never go back up here once you jump down this ledge. I won't miss you, Dark Grass. I'm very happy to be rid of you and not having to walk through you and trudge through an entire dungeon where there's Pokemon so high level that I can't even use my repels against them. It's like reliving my early days with playing this game where I refused to use repels because I love the music so much, how old and jaded I've become that now I am annoyed by that same thing. But it's actually not the same battle theme technically, so I'm not really, I'm not really being hypocritical there. I did recommend getting an escape rope. I don't know if it's gonna be helpful here, please. Regardless, it's not that far of a distance that you're gonna miss out on walking, but hey, you might as well take it. I'll meet you back in Lacunosa town and we'll see what Kyurem is looking like. Hi guys, you know that legend that you guys were so afraid of where you won't even leave your houses after dark? I own him now, and what a disappointment he is. Relaxed nature. Very befitting of the pose that you're currently in. Plus defense minus speed, not viable at all. Well, okay, we can at least see its animation. It does look kind of funny from the back, I've always felt like, just kind of seeing it waddling around and the way its legs attached to its body. It's a little bit silly. I was almost done talking about Kyurem, but I wasn't quite done when it chose to just let the fight end like that. Kyurem! You're probably thinking that I'm gonna say it's the 6th Pokemon to be shiny locked. But no! Doesn't make a lick of sense, but even though Reshiram and Zekrom are shiny locked, their original body was not shiny locked. It's weird. I've seen a lot of people ask about that over the years, thinking that Kyurem is shiny locked or asking if they're wasting their time hunting for it. No, it's not. I also hadn't gotten a chance to talk about Glaciette. What even is my pronunciation? Because it hadn't used it. This is a signature move. 65 power, 95 accuracy, reduces the target's speed stat upon doing damage. So basically, super powered Icy Wind. And probably more useful in singles because of that. Well, I can't say I saw that coming. Unfortunately, what am I gonna do, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? I kind of feel like this is a natural point to end things off, but Route 13 is gigantic, and there's no way that we could tackle that all and not have things just go on forever and ever. I think I got an idea. I was originally gonna save this for a little bit later, but I think circumstances have changed and it calls upon it. We're actually gonna do a couple of things. It is all just as well and good that we actually had to come back to Lacunosa Town because we're showing something about it that I didn't know, and I'm very happy to say that because it means that after all these years and all these videos, I have still yet to learn everything about one of my favorite games ever. On Sunday nights only. Wait, what? Wait. Wait! On all the other nights! You go away on business trips? Oh, on all the other nights, the Roughneck is in here with this lady. Well, I'm very glad you practice what you preach in saying that there's a lot of people out there with different characteristics and ideals, Miss Polygamy. Or, sorry, in your case, Mrs. Polygamy. That's... well, there's something else I didn't know about. Wow, this game's great. Okay, now that I've composed myself, what I was planning on saying is just boring information that this guy randomly gives you a Pecha, Lepa, Lum, or Bluckberry. We haven't seen Bluckberries before. They have no apparent purpose now, but maybe later. Second thing that we're doing, and it's never going to beat this. Never mind, I found the Roughneck. I want to see what he has to say. He's in his grandma's house, like he says he lives with. Oh, he's just saying the same thing. I call on the power of necessity! We're headed back to Driftvale City. It's actually kind of on topic that where we're going has to do with ice after what we just encountered. Well, we're gonna head down. Because inside of the cold storage, inside of this little hangar, or dumpster, whichever level of prestige you wish to give it. So you returned. You're an odd trainer. All right, I've got enough time to satisfy your curiosity. Breathing, having a heart that beats. That is simple existence and nothing more for a living being. That may be the definition of living, but I don't think that defines life. The experiences of joy and suffering are a vital part of being alive. Getsus gave me the sensation of being truly alive. What did he mean to accomplish? That isn't what's important. Right now, I'm shivering, I'm suffering, but I'm alive. Pokemon and people live by being together and relying on one another. That might be how you feel. If that's so, is it necessary to separate people in Pokemon? By talking to you, I've discovered there is much I need to think about. I wish I had more to give you in thanks. Here, take this. TM01 Hone Claws raises attack and accuracy by 1 stage each. My Lord N said that he wanted to make Pokemon perfect. But even if the relationship between Pokemon and people stayed as it now is, Pokemon can aspire to perfection. Indeed! I am an officer of the International Police, and I demand to hear all you know about Team Plasma. It's too cold, and I am already tired of shivering in here. If If you'll give me some time to think, I'll tell you what I know. So, take me with you. Thanks many times over. Now, Ghetsis notwithstanding, there yet remains but 2 of the 7 sages still at large. The thoughts they are contemplating and the hopes they are anticipating, these are what I want to know. Until our next meeting. First off, I pace around when I talk. Am I really that annoying to talk to? Because I was starting to get bothered by his pacing between his speeches. And second of all, you say that you're tired of shivering, yet you were complaining about how much you hate the cold last time you were here, and you chose to hang out in the cold storage, right? Only a few weeks after that point? I'm sorry, buddy. You chose that for yourself. You deserve to suffer. You did that to yourself. I have no idea why, out of all the hideouts you could have chosen, why this place? I don't know, couldn't you rent out an apartment in Castelia City and be able to crank the heater all that you felt like on cold days? Just saying, sounds like a better plan than what you ultimately went with. It's a good thing you weren't the boss of the evil team, otherwise I think you'd do a terrible job. Just saying. Anyway, that is everything and a little bit more than what I was intending to pull off. Next time on Pokemon Black and White, I think we continue on our travels and see more of Route 13, possibly even what lies beyond it. See you guys then.